Siha Network seeks to work with Integrated Child Service on a local drive to end sexual harassment at workplace. The activity is intended to raise awareness on sexual harassment and policies that works to protect women at workplace. Dijaro Emily, the Executive Director, Integrated Child Service, says gender-based violence in its different forms has continued to exist in the communities in Western region, especially in Arua.
The organizing committee came up with the theme for this event as Stop Sexual Harassment at the Workplace. And we also came up with a hashtag, Break the Silence. We have two objectives of this activity. Guest of honor, the main objectives of the activities are: one, to strengthen the women's movement in the Western region. Secondly, to sensitize the community and stakeholders at large about sexual harassment at the workplace. Various factors have also contributed to the increase of GBV, including traditional and cultural biases that relegate women to second-class citizens. Lack of empowerment, absence of gender awareness among the women, limited support from the women and human rights movements in Uganda, polygamy and drunkenness, among others. In Western region, particularly Arua City, violence at the workplace is an invisible act, yet it occurs every day with perpetrators of sexual and physical violence being motorcycle riders, passengers, and customers, among others. This is specific to the women market vendors. Women vendors are primary targets of pervasive sexual harassment, exploitation of a sexual nature in exchange for no taxes, lower taxes or fees, as well as low rent, while in unique cases they can be dismissed from the business operational area. However, all these forms of harassment remain underreported, and neither legislation nor market incentives have been able to eliminate it. A mini survey by Feminata Uganda indicated that about 70% of women market vendors in Arua have reported that they have been sexually harassed and attacked during or because of their work. This is a worrying trend for us. This activity seeks to raise awareness on sexual harassment and policies that work to protect women at the workplace.
Some of the activists share their take on the issue of the sexual harassment, saying the matter needs a concerted effort from every stakeholder.
As a bank, we came up with a program that is pro-women, and we are calling it Stand Big for Her. We want to support the women. That's why we came up with this program. So in this program, how are we supporting the women? We are supporting in a way that we are able to give them credit facilities that have very low interest rates at a tune of only 15.5%. What other benefits as a bank are we offering to the women besides the interest rate? We are also saying, if you're not interested in loans, can you come and we give you treasury bills? Even for as low as 100,000, you can invest in treasury bills.
Malkinza polasi paso de agupiro agupiki ajiko zunzer karabikini agupiki okuki nzani teki ya usikira ya service yo amaduto lido adini defila sama kwa agupiruki amukidadi ambiki okuo amukuto lite ezata denga ndeni agupiki.
According to reports from police, the rate of gender-based violence drastically increased during the COVID-19 pandemic, with women being most affected.
Sexual harassment, not only at the place of work, even at your own home, is there. It's real. and we don't encourage that as law enforcers. Very many women have been sexually harassed, including even men. We may say, how can a woman harass a man sexually? Men, from today, let's be role models, starting by me. Start the same. When we do that from now, we shall be able to move miles. Let's be role models, men. Let's be role models. Let's work together against this vice and make a change. For me as a police officer, if a woman comes to me reporting a man for harassing, I will handle him with 2 hands.
The executive director of Siha Network, Jackie Blessing, says this struggle is not only for Siha Network, but for all the women rights networks and cooperatives to see that they put an end to the vice that most of the women are going through.
This is a network. It's not an initiative by Siha alone, but it's a drive by all the women rights networks and groups and cooperatives in Arua city that came together and said sexual harassment happens at the workplaces. Call upon the government and employees or the employers to come up and address our demands as women's network or the women market vendors and also the women's rights organizations.
Akelo Alice Akena, the resident city commissioner, who is the guest of honor of the event, says they are committed to seeing that the rights of women are respected and those who break the law are brought to book.
Women, our daughters are suffering in offices. They cannot be promoted until somebody plays sex with you. Your salary is never increased unless you go into bed with a man. Sometimes this man is the inmate of your father. Men, what is wrong with you? Shout until people will say, have your right. We are tired of this. Gone are the days that women used to be used as ox plows. They used to do all the donkey work in the homes. After doing all the work in the home, in the evening you are battered. Gone are those days. I want to appreciate all the women lawyers who have brought us this far.
The activity is also said to support the women's rights organizations and the networks to push for the Gender-Based Violence Ordinance, a document that works to protect women from being physically, sexually, emotionally and psychologically tortured by the perpetrators, who often turn victims, and women are often blamed for the violence that happens. Emmanuel Agele, West Nile TV Nile Cast.